In the closing jaw-dropping minutes of Season 5, Episode 11, 353, the popular Western drama murdered off yet another character, 2 episodes after Yellowstone returned after a nearly 2-year break and revealed the horrific death of John Dutton. While Sarah was on the phone, a car came up next to her and the woman behind the wheel kindly yelled, "Excuse me." After the driver asked for directions, the man in the passenger seat gestured for Sarah to lower her window and said, "Are you Sarah Atwood?" Sarah said, "How would you know?" While Jamie was still on the phone, the man pulled out a gun and killed her before he could respond. After hearing everything, heartbroken Jamie yelled, "No," and went into a tailspin before phoning 911 and sobbing. Suddenly, Sarah was held accountable for her part in John's death. For the next week, Yellowstone fans will be wondering who ordered the hit on Sarah. Since Casey was asking about Hitman himself in Episode 10, your initial reaction might be that someone on Team John, like Beth and Casey, got their retribution. However, it's also possible that the man Sarah hired learned about the suicide-to-homicide cause of death swap and chose to be proactive and tie up loose ends in case Sarah decided to speak. If so, Jamie's assumption that Beth is responsible for Sarah's death could make matters worse for the Dutton siblings. Finally, we'll have to wait and see what Yellowstone's final 3 episodes have in store. However, as the preview for Season 5, Episode 12 makes clear, Jamie isn't exactly innocent right now. Both his father and his business partner's fiancé were killed. In the teaser trailer for Season 5, Episode 12, Jamie is seen hastily gathering documents in an office while his siblings discuss the authorities encroaching on him. Jamie is being surrounded by police. Casey warns Beth that everything will quickly come to a head. Jamie will divulge all of our father's secrets if he is arrested. A worried Beth responds, "He will destroy this family's reputation to preserve his own." Pin that and begin contemplating the last moments of Sarah Atwood's life. Before being murdered by a hitman, she makes 2 crucial phone calls. The first comes from a burner phone that she recently bought, and she calls 713, which is pinned to Houston. Although Sarah sees it as a dead end, she becomes agitated and starts to show signs of breaking because of the disconnected phone number. After her altercation with Jamie, she receives the second call. She tells him to find a glimmer of self-confidence after he calls her to apologize, and it's as sorry as it appears. Undercover agents, a Houston area code, and a military-style attack. Houston was mentioned by Casey's former Navy SEAL partner, but I had to see it again. When Casey asks Cade McPherson in Episode 10 which businesses would suffer if a governor were elected, he cites one in Houston, but brushes it off. He warns Casey to exercise caution and promises to call them back. The man never responded to Casey. Check to see if you notice anything odd around that particular moment. Cade McPherson was just getting back from a mission that required secrecy, guns, and hidden weaponry. He may have done so to dissuade his friend from following him, but he told KC he was out of the country. The same might be said for Houston. All of this raises questions regarding the type of program Cade had KC download. Market Equities is probably going to put a halt to their full court drive to build the airport now that Sarah is no longer involved. Thus, unless another group of provocateurs emerges, this will be a one-on-one conflict between Jamie and Beth. 3 former Navy SEALs would be excellent adversaries. Beth typically portrays the angel of vengeance, as KC excels demonstrating his abilities as a former soldier murderer who participated in secret operations and returned from his stint in the Middle East with severe PTSD. Although he was killed previously, we haven't witnessed him apply cunning like this. Furthermore, we have yet to witness the fury of Beth's husband, Rip Wheeler, who is arguably the most dangerous character on the show. He is the most devoted to John Dutton. Hopefully, the following 3 episodes will have some righteous riprap after KC and his soldier friends figure out where to direct him.